Welcome to our Spring Boot tutorial. Before proceeding to the next video on Spring Boot, today we'll be focusing on learning the basics of Maven. In today's video, we'll delve into the world of Maven, which is an essential tool in modern software development. When you generate projects using the Spring Initializer website at start.spring.io, it can generate a Maven project for you. Okay, now let's understand what Maven is. Maven is not just a build tool but a comprehensive project management tool. It simplifies tasks like compiling code, managing dependencies, packaging binaries, and documentation. Maven's philosophy is centered around convention over configuration, meaning it provides sensible defaults for projects while still allowing customization when needed. Why is Maven needed? Project build consistency. Maven standardizes the build process for projects by providing a uniform build system. This means that a project can be built using the same commands, regardless of the project's complexity or dependencies. This consistency is crucial for new developers joining a project or when projects are built in different environments, example local development versus CI/CD pipelines. Dependency management. One of the biggest challenges in Java development is managing libraries and their dependencies. For example, your application may need additional jar files. One approach is to simply download those jar files from each project website, and then you'll manually add those jar files to your build path or your class path. But Maven automates this process through its central repository. Developers specify the dependencies their project needs in a pom.xml file, and Maven automatically downloads these dependencies and incorporates them into the build process. It also manages transitive dependencies, dependencies of dependencies, ensuring that all needed libraries are included without manual intervention. Simplified project structure. Maven proposes a standard directory layout and project structure which simplifies project setup and understanding for new developers. This convention over configuration approach means that developers spend less time configuring projects and more time on actual development. Build lifecycle management. Maven introduces a defined lifecycle for project builds, including phases such as compile, test, package, install, and deploy. This lifecycle standardization ensures that builds are predictable and can be automated easily, which is especially useful in continuous integration and deployment (CI/CD) environments. Multi-module project support. Maven excels at managing projects that consist of multiple modules or components. It allows for defining parent-child relationships between modules, making it easier to manage complex projects with interdependent modules. In the later video, I will explain how to create multi-modules in your Spring Boot application. Okay, let's understand the Maven project structure. A Maven project structure typically follows a standardized layout, which helps developers easily understand where to place source code, resources, and configuration files. src/main/java. This directory contains the main Java source code for the project. Java classes and packages are organized according to the project's package structure. src/main/resources. Resources such as property files, XML configuration files, and other non-Java resources needed by the application. src/main/webapp. This directory is specific to web projects and contains web application resources such as HTML, JSP, and other web-related files. It typically includes a webinf directory for storing deployment descriptors like web.xml. src/test/java. Test source code goes here. Unit tests, integration tests, and other types of tests are placed in this directory. src/test/resources. Test-specific resources such as configuration files or test data. Target. This directory contains all generated output when you build the project. It includes compiled classes, test classes, and the final packaged artifact, jar or war file. pom.xml. POM file defines the project's configuration, including dependencies, plugins, and other settings. It's a crucial file in Maven projects. readme.md. Documentation file providing information about the project, typically written in Markdown format. Okay, let's understand the managing dependencies. One of Maven's key features is its efficient management of dependencies. By declaring your project's dependencies in the pom.xml file, Maven automatically handles the downloading and incorporation of these libraries into your project. This not only saves time but also keeps your project clean and your libraries up to date. For example, if our Spring Boot application requires the Apache Commons lang jars/library, we need to specify these dependencies in our pom.xml file within the dependencies section. Add Apache Commons lang dependency in pom.xml. When Maven checks our pom.xml and finds that the application requires the Apache Commons lang jar, it will download all dependencies from the central repository, including any transitive dependencies. To check which jars are used by your application, run mvn dependency tree. It will return the tree structure of all jars used by your project. Okay, now let's understand Maven build lifecycle. The Maven build lifecycle consists of a sequence of phases that Maven executes to build and manage a project. Each phase represents a specific step in the build process, and Maven follows a predefined order when executing these phases. Understanding the Maven build lifecycle is crucial for effectively managing and customizing your project's build process. Maven organizes the build process into three main lifecycles: clean, default, and site. Each lifecycle consists of a series of phases representing specific steps in the build process. Let's start with the clean lifecycle. This phase ensures a clean build environment by removing all generated files and directories. The clean lifecycle consists of a single phase, clean. When you run the clean phase, Maven deletes the target directory, eliminating any previously generated files. This step is crucial for starting with a clean slate before building the project. Next, we have the default lifecycle, which is the heart of Maven's build process. It handles essential tasks such as compilation, testing, packaging, and deployment. The default lifecycle comprises several phases executed in a predefined order. Let's break them down. First phase is a validate, which validates the project configuration, ensuring it's correct and all necessary information is provided. Second phase is a compile, which compiles the project's Java source code, converting it into bytecode. Third phase is test, which executes unit tests using a suitable testing framework. This ensures code quality and identifies any issues early in the development process. Fourth phase is package, which packages the compiled code and resources into a distributable format, such as jar or war. Fifth phase is verify, which runs additional checks to verify that the package is valid and meets quality criteria. Sixth phase is install, which installs the packaged artifact into the local Maven repository, making it available for other projects. Seventh phase is deploy, which copies the final package to a remote repository for sharing with other developers or projects. If you execute any phase, it will also execute all previous phases as shown in the diagram. For example, if you execute the install phase, it will execute the validate, compile, test, package, verify, and then install phases. Lastly, we have the site lifecycle, which focuses on generating project documentation, reports, and a project website. The site lifecycle includes phases such as site and deploy. Running the site phase generates project documentation and reports, while the deploy phase deploys the generated site documentation to a remote server. This is particularly useful for sharing project information with stakeholders and team members. In summary, the Maven build lifecycle consists of three main lifecycles: clean, default, and site. Each lifecycle contains a series of phases that automate various tasks in the build process, ensuring consistency and efficiency. To learn more about the lifecycle, please visit the website https://maven.apache.org/guides/introduction/introduction-to-the-lifecycle.html. How do we execute each phase in our Spring Boot code? Don't worry, each mvn command is displayed on the screen. Let's do some hands-on Maven commands on our Spring Boot application. Here, you see our target folder. Now, run mvn clean. Here, you see it deletes our target folder. Next, run mvn install. You see it compiles the source code, creates a jar file, and also installs the jar file in the local.m2 folder. Additionally, if your project is configured to deploy artifacts to a remote repository, Maven will also attempt to deploy the artifacts to that remote repository after the installation process completes successfully. You can also run a combination of commands like mvn clean install. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated on the latest tutorials.